Hello everybody. So I know this isn't the normal day that I upload, but I wanted to film a video because I have a platform and I make videos and stuff has been happening in the world and I kind of just wanted to talk about it because everyone has been, and I have a lot of stuff to say about it, so yeah. But yeah, I wanted to talk about the election. And so I voted. This was the first year that I could vote. I turned 18 in October. I registered and I voted. And I voted for Hillary Clinton. And I know people who voted for Trump, people in my life that I know very well voted for Trump, and I don't hate them. Like, I'm not mad, because there are multiple reasons that people would have voted for Trump. I get that people are like mad at the government and the economy, and they just, you know, they didn't vote for him because of his views on people, but because of other reasons. So I don't hate anyone that voted for Trump, and I'm not mad, but I'm like, I have a lot of emotions about Trump and how he is going to be inaugurated in January and he is going to be our president. I mean, I still really don't believe it. I remember I stayed up until like 10 and I just passed out because I was so tired, and I remember Trump was winning with the electoral votes. He pretty much was winning them the whole time, but he was, his lead wasn't that great at the moment. So I went to sleep thinking it could be either one, and I woke up from a text from my best friend saying I was already in a bad mood and now this, and I instantly knew that Trump was elected. And it seriously feels like a joke. Like, it just feels like a big joke because he was this reality star, like, came out of nowhere and was just like, oh, I'm gonna run for president, and it's just like, I don't know, I still really don't believe it. It still doesn't like feel real. Like, I don't feel like he was elected president. And it's really scary that he was elected after what he said about like tons of minority groups, about Muslims, about Hispanics, about even disabled people. Like, the stuff he has said about women is just so disgusting that it appalls me that that kind of person would be running our country. No matter what his policies are, we shouldn't have someone who instills fear into people be leading our country. To me, a leader who instills fear into their followers is no leader at all. And Trump does that. I mean, kids are scared. I'm pretty sure everyone has heard of all the kids being scared that their parents are going to be deported. That, like, I mean, how do you even respond to that? Like, a leader is supposed to build people up and empower them, and Trump only puts people down. Like, he just puts people down and gets away with it. And it pisses me off, honestly. Like, everything he said about like the wall and the immigration policy and everything, like the stuff he said about the LGBT community, and like Pence being his vice president and his views on like conversion therapy, Like, that's terrifying. That's terrifying. Like, it's just scary that people, I feel like our world is like the most accepting it has ever been, yet we have two people who are like not accepting at all, like leading a country. And it really bothers me, honestly. It bothers me because what does that say? I don't even know. It's really hard for me to talk about my opinions. And talking to the camera is a lot easier. Like, I haven't even really talked about it too much other than with like my friends. I haven't really talked about it with my family because for me, I get tons of anxiety about sharing my opinions because I feel like the stuff I say is stupid and it doesn't make sense and I'm not educated enough, but that's not true, you know? And sitting down and talking to this camera, it's easier and it's good that I can say how I feel. On Friday at school, I had gone all week without a single teacher talking about the election, and that is because they were told to not talk about it in the classroom. And I don't know, just the fact that none of my teachers who I look up to were talking about it just kind of like bothered me. I never really thought about it, but it just kind of like bothered me. And on Friday, one of my favorite teachers of all time, I love her so much. She is so confident and opinionated, and she's so smart, and I want to be just like her when I grow up. She did an assignment, like, well, it wasn't even an assignment. She just had us all write about how we've been feeling this week. And I went on and I talked about how, oh, like I didn't work this week and I didn't have a lot of homework, so I wasn't really that stressed out, and I did this and this, and it's nice that I have time to myself. And I only touched on the election because I felt like, I don't know, I felt stupid talking about it. I felt like I shouldn't bring it into school because none of my teachers were talking about it, and I just only touched on it. And at the end of class, she put up her response that she had written to the prompt, how have you been feeling this week? And she told us that she was told not to talk about the election. She was told to like not let her political views be known to the students and just like go on as normal. And she was like, no, screw that, I'm an adult and I can talk about what I want to talk about. And she told us flat out she voted for Hillary, and she said, I don't care like who you voted for, I just want you to know that it's okay to feel scared, to feel angry or betrayed. It's okay to feel however you are feeling. And she was like, there were tears in her eyes. And she just, like, I really needed to hear that. I honestly really needed to hear that, and I was so happy that she had said that. And I just want anyone watching my video to know that same thing, that it's okay to feel scared, and it's okay to feel however you're feeling, but at some point we need to move past that, and we need to move together as one. We need to unite instead of divide. I am not mad at people who voted for Trump. I do not hate them. I am angry that he's in office. But I don't hate the people who voted for him, and I want him out. I don't want him to be inaugurated, but we just have to face reality and deal with it accordingly. We need to educate ourselves, let our voices be heard, and not hope for the best, but make the best of this situation. So no matter what your view is, no matter if you love Trump, you love Clinton, or you hate both of them, or whatever, just spread love instead of hate right now, because that's what we need. And just be nice to each other. Just be nice to each other.